Good morning from Baraka Heritage Farm in Benton, Pennsylvania. For those of you new to our broadcast, we are near Ricketts Glen Waterfalls and within about 3 hours or so driving of New York City and Philadelphia. And we do glamping and camping, and we are a working farm with a market garden and horses and trail rides and fainting goats. So once a week, we're trying to do a live update on what we did this past week and what we've got coming up with some fun and interesting little stops along the way. So this morning, I thought we would start with Nasser. Nasser's our young rare Arabian stallion. And for whatever reason this morning, Nasser decided to take his feed bucket and use it as a pillow for nap time. So we thought we would start with Nasser, and he's been sleeping with his nose in the bucket and on the bucket. He's kind of adorable. So moving on from Nasser, we have a bunch of different stuff going on here. One, we had some big storms come through, and they knocked over part of our honeybee hummingbird butterfly garden. You can see the sunflowers laying here on the ground, so we need to go in there and take care of them and get them into the hayloft to be preserved. Meanwhile, the water lettuce and the water hyacinths that we got for Yertle Turtle have absolutely exploded with growth, and we can start finding homes for them. And the chickens are doing well. And that would be Lucky over there. Lucky gets to run free in the yard and graze. And that's one of our Easter egger roosters. Stopping down here at the garden, we have been slowly getting caught back up on the weeding with all the rain. We had a lot of growth. And we're specializing in heirlooms, and this year we've done some heirloom herbs. So that's an opal basil, and the flavor and the smell on that is incredible. And that's another heirloom basil, and we have parsley and cilantro and a lot of culinary sage and lavender in here, and that's a bee balm back there in the corner. And then the main garden here, which we're only about halfway through weeding, the green beans are growing like crazy, and we've got beets, which are a new one this year. Oh, cool thing about radishes, this is the radish patch. You guys may not know this, but if you plant a radish seed, you get one radish. But if you let that plant grow and flower, it produces radish pods. And radish pods look like little tiny sugar snap peas, but they taste like radishes. And you can get hundreds of radish pods from a single radish plant. So we are actually raising radish pods rather than radishes. And these are our green beds. And these are heirlooms. These are heirloom kale. We've got a red Russian, and we've got a curly leaf, and then we've got multicolor Swiss chard, and we've got the turnip greens down there, and we've got jalapeno peppers and Brussels sprouts and all kinds of heirloom tomatoes. So the gardens are growing really well. We just have to finish catching up on the weeding, and we're working on that. The pond is full. So what we've got on the list for this week, that's the chicken house. The chickens already are out for the day. This week we have a lot of garden work. We have some more rotational pasture fencing to put in. We have some projects related to our livestock dog Runa. And we are getting horses ready for the launch of the trail ride business in August. And we're doing conscious horsemanship trail rides, which is a little bit different. Basically, the horses have free will, and they can choose who rides them and whether or not they want to be ridden that day. So it's a little bit different approach, and we're really excited to test it out. We have two kinds of cucumbers here, by the way. That's lemon cucumbers, which are a round yellow cucumber, which are an heirloom. And we also have green, and we have 3 different potato varieties and squash and zucchini and a dent corn and more heirloom tomatoes. Lots of stuff going on. That's our outdoor shower. For folks that like the novelty of having a shower outdoors, that's actually a hot and cold shower. So that is everything we have going on this week. Fencing, gardening, getting horses ridden, trimming hooves. And some of you may have been following the Chronicles with Lacey, because we're specifically having to work through a bunch of issues with Lacey. Lacey was our horse that came from the kill pen and still has a little emotional baggage that she's working through from that, and we're trying to help her out. So we'll walk down here and say hi to Lacey and see some of the goats before we sign off. And the horses are in napping. They like to come in during the heat of the day. And here's the fainting goats, waiting to go outside and eat as soon as the grass dries. And here's Lacey. Lacey's 22 years old, so she's technically a senior. And Lacey was found in the kill pen. And we've been doing a lot of work with her, trying to get her comfortable and see if she's willing to be ridden again. And you can follow that on Facebook. It's listed on the playlist, The Lacey Chronicles. So on that note, we are going to sign off and get back to work. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And we're back weekly with updates. We'll just finish up here saying hello to Nasser one more time. And this is Nasser. He's our 3-year-old Malabar Arabian stallion, and he loves his daytime naps. Nasser's a cutie pie. And that bucket was in his feed trough, but he likes to pull it out and play soccer with it. So that's Nasser. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have an absolutely lovely day. Stay cool in this hot summer weather. And we will be back this week with updates on the Lacey Chronicles. And then we're back every Monday with the general farm update. Bye-bye.